Hello, my name is Steve Luttrell,
Hi, my name is Patti Luttrell.
and we are the founders of Children's Cancer Network. Hearing the word your child has cancer is something nobody would ever expect. Cancer is something that happens to older people. My son, when he was diagnosed, was his second day of kindergarten.
I remember that night that Jeff had fallen asleep on the couch, and we didn't want to move him because he was resting comfortably. And Steve and I laid down on the floor in the family room right next to him and tried to sleep, but we were awake all night just wondering how this was all going to happen, and not knowing. The uncertainty is just unbelievably difficult to deal with. I could never have imagined that feeling that one has when you hear your child has cancer. You worry whether they'll survive. You worry how you'll hold the family together.
So he made it through. He made it through, and we had a fairly, back to normal life where we didn't think a lot about cancer. During the next
About
probably
9 years, yeah.
9 years. But then he had a secondary cancer, and the secondary cancer was squamous cell of the tongue.
And at one point, several folks said, do you really want to go through this? Do you really want to do this? And it was Jeff who said, but there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to make this work. And so he shared with us this is what he wanted to do. They actually removed his jaw, his chin, the majority of his tongue. We constructed the surgery with his shoulder blade, about an 18-hour surgery, which was just agonizing to sit through, wondering how he was doing. Jeff is right now a 27-year survivor. He's now 32. Each day we fight for our son. We fight for the families that we meet. We fight for the families who have yet to receive that diagnosis. We fight for the families who have survived unimaginable journeys. It's very important for families to feel that connection and realize they're not alone. And I'm glad it's Children's Cancer Network that can be there for them.
We wanted the organization, when we formed it, we had an idea of what we wanted, and we wanted a certain culture to the organization. We wanted families, volunteers, supporters, all to feel like they were a part of it. We didn't want any hidden agendas. We wanted to be transparent in the things that we did. We just wanted it to be welcoming. So a lot of people, I think, liked that. And it grew beyond our wildest dreams. Fast forward to a couple of years ago, and we hit $1 million in annual revenue a year, which gives us the ability to help so many families, much more than when we started the organization 15 years ago.
It's been a steady growth. It's been an intentional growth. It's been a humble growth where we choose to serve. And it feels so good to be able to respond quickly when a family needs something, if they need gas cards, if they need support in getting to and from their treatment, to and from the hospital, if they need assistance in any number of ways, if they need counseling services, we're able to understand those needs and move forward with whatever's needed. It's about hope. It's about hope for a better life for each child that's diagnosed with cancer, with each sibling who has to face that journey, for each parent who has to figure out how to hold their family together when they're against insurmountable odds. It's important to help them realize they're not alone, and there's hope. There's hope for a better future.